из Ужицы. Неупокоенный дух, заставь Драгомиру рассказать правду. Отыщи конгрегацию вальденцев. Жесть какая. Так. Обратно ехать? Угу. С травницей давай сначала поговорим. Так. Значит, она живет в лесу. Слетел с лошади. Эй, вернись!
Ладно, пойду отдохну, короче.
Давай.
Мгм.
I've come from the priest. They're saying you incited some women to witchcraft.
Me? Witchcraft? That's nothing but idle chatter.
Это я могу.
Speak up, you old hag, or I'll wring your neck.
Easy now, lad. Do you really mean to threaten an old woman like me? But, very well. I'll tell you all I know. I've done a very foolish thing. It's preying on my mind so much I can't sleep a wink.
But I'm supposed to believe an old witch has pangs of conscience.
Laugh if you like, but it's not a word of a lie. You probably know I sell various magic lotions and potions alongside my herbs. Well, there's one I wish I hadn't sold. You see, Vera, Zlata, and Kuta from Uzhitz wanted a magic ointment from me. I kept refusing them, but in the end I let them talk me into it.
So why did you give them the ointment at all?
Because I'm soft-hearted. You see, one of those women, Vera, lost her whole family in Skalitz. And Zlata's husband was killed. And the youngest of them, Kuta, miscarried with the horror of it all. They said they wanted to use the ointment to speak with the dead and ask them to put a word in with the Lord.
I understand how they feel. But I reckon it'll get them nowhere but the ducking stool and the stake.
Judge not, lest ye be judged. I didn't want to give them the ointment, but they offered me a pile of groschen. So I thought how desperate they must be, and I heard their plea.
Their plea, or the clink of their coin? What did they want the ointment for?
Each one of them lost a loved one recently, and it's grieving them. They wanted to talk with the dead.
And why are you so worried about them all of a sudden? What changed your mind?
I'm losing sleep over it. Firstly, those women don't know what they're doing. And secondly, folk might see it as witchcraft. And do you know what they do to witches?
They burn them alive.
That they do. So don't be surprised I'm worried.
It didn't bother you before, though. What kind of ointment was it?
One that will show you a world no one else can see. A place of wonder and terror. The flowers might start talking to you, or the earth could swallow you up. I don't know if it's the work of the devil or of God himself, but the ointment has that power. But it could poison any person who doesn't know how to use it right.
So all this talk of witches anointing themselves and then flying to their sabbaths on broomsticks.
The ointment could make a person see such things. But it was stupid of me letting those foolish women get their hands on it. They could poison themselves or fall off a cliff while they're lost in a dream.
Will you give me the ointment recipe?
It contains belladonna and the herb Paris, both quite poisonous plants. That ought to make you think twice about dabbling with it.
I've heard enough.
If you've heard enough, you must understand why I need your help. Find out from those women what they intend, and watch over them to keep them safe.
Very well. But only because the priest himself asked me to.
Thank you 1,000-fold. I'll go to the Reverend myself and explain. You take care of those women.
Так. Поговорить с женщинами в ужасе о колдовством. Или... Насчет колдовства, что ли? Да-да-да. Поговорить о колдовстве. О колдовском деле. Да это, скорее всего, какой-нибудь опиум. В виде мази. Говорите о колдовстве. Так, где ты? Где-то здесь. Угу. Да, вижу.
Who
I've heard something about a magical ointment.
What? Who told you that? Was someone asking around?
Gertrude sent me.
And what did she say? Does she want to add something to the ointment?
No. She's worried about what you'll do with it. It's quite dangerous stuff.
Я могу заставить силой
I
только.
don't quite know what's going on, but I'll find out one way or another, so start talking.
We want to put the ointment on at midnight. A little magic, just us and no one else. Come and see for yourself if you like. Just stay out of sight and don't say a word, whatever happens.
Хорошо. Следи за женщинами.
Hey!
Так, мне нужно дождаться ночи. Снова какой-то дичью будут заниматься. Так,
I'm honored that a knight such as you takes an interest in me.
Can I sleep here?
I suppose I could find something. For how long?
угу.
Just the one night?
Sure, but let's see your coin first. These are harsh times.
Here you are.
You all like it here. Like sleeping on a cloud it is.
Давай поспим. До ночи. Так, мне нужно проследить. Где они? И дальше я пешком. Ничего не видно. Вижу свет. Хм. Так, где они? Что-то непонятное. дубль 2. Сейчас будет более-менее получше погода. Так, где вы? Что-то не то. Дичь какая-то. Давай попробуем. Снова дождь начался. Что ни хера не получилось. О, бред. Заново.
I've come from the priests. They're saying you incited some women to witchcraft.
Me? Witchcraft? That's nothing but idle chatter.
Speak up, you old hag, or I'll wring your neck.
Easy now, lad. Do you really mean to threaten an old woman like me? But, very well. I'll tell you all I know. I've done a very foolish thing. It's preying on my mind so much I can't sleep a wink.
So I'm supposed to believe an old witch has pangs of conscience.
Laugh if you like, but it's not a word of a lie. You probably know I sell various magic lotions and potions alongside my herbs. Well, there's one I wish I hadn't sold. You see, Vera, Zlata, and Kuta from Uzhitz wanted a magic ointment from me. I kept refusing them, but in the end I let them talk me into it.
What kind of ointment?
Это не
What?
знаем.
I don't...
So all this...
The ointment...
I want to know something else.
Ага,
What kind...
понятно.
I don't...
So all...
The ointment...
Will you give me the ointment?
It-
So why did you give them the ointment at all?
Because I'm soft-hearted. You see, one of those women, Vera, lost her whole family in Skalitz. And Zlata's husband was killed. And the youngest of them, Kuta, miscarried with the horror of it all. They said they wanted to use the ointment to speak with the dead and ask them to put a word in with the Lord.
I understand how they feel. But I reckon it'll get them nowhere but the ducking stool and the stake.
Judge not, lest ye be judged. I didn't want to give them the ointment, but they offered me a pile of groschen. So I thought how desperate they must be, and I heard their plea.
Their plea, or the clink of their coin? And why are you so...
I'm
They burned them alive.
that
It didn't bother you. What did they want?
each one of
I've heard enough.
if
Так. Пойдем поговорим. Ну, перепрыгивай давай. Так, он еще землю пахает.
Jesus!
I've heard something about a magical ointment.
What? Who told you that? Was someone asking around?
Gertrude sent me.
And what did she say? Does she want to add something to the ointment?
No. She's worried about what you'll do with it. It's quite dangerous stuff. I don't quite know what's going on, but I'll find out one way or another, so start talking.
We want to put the ointment on at midnight. A little magic, just us and no one else. Come and see for yourself if you like. Just stay out of sight and don't say a word. Whatever.
Вы уже в полночь-то заканчиваете всю вашу магию. Давай раньше. Полночь. Ваша полночь наступает в 9 часов вечера. Наверное, есть. Надо выспаться.
I'm at your service, Sir Knight.
Can I sleep here?
Certainly. For how long?
Just the one night?
Sure, but let's see your coin first. These are harsh times.
Here you go.
You'll like it here. Like sleeping on a cloud it is.
Спускаемся.
Not likely. We've already got all the wild.
Тогда мы посмотрим на карту. Ну, они уже собрались идти туда. Did you? Тише. Так, вижу их. Кто тут следит за мной?
We're here. We all know what to do, don't we?
I'm not altogether sure. Gertrude didn't want to say anything about Ted, so all we know is what we came up with ourselves. Damn. I feel peculiar though.
The ointment is the main thing, and we'll think up some chant or two.
Just let's get it over with quick. I keep hearing weird noises.
When shall we three meet again? In thunder, lightning, or in rain? When the hurly-burly's done? When... Damn it!
The battle's lost and won. What's that nonsense you're bubbling?
I didn't make it up. It came out of me all by itself.
My vision's blacking out, and I feel the earth moving. Maybe this wasn't a good idea.
We're not doing it for our sake. Our intentions are pure. There's nothing to worry about.
Silence. Hush now, do you hear?
I hear someone coming. Who's there? Is it you, Kuta?
No, I'm still over here.
What's going on here?
Welcome, Prince of Darkness. And make yourself at home.
What would you like us to do? We will fulfill your every wish if you fulfill ours.
Prince of Darkness? What in God's name are you babbling about?
Why are you testing us?
Testing you? Jesus Christ, what have you been smearing on yourselves?
A magic ointment from the herb woman? We are ready to pleasure you, Lord. In return, all we ask is that you
О,
rid us of the
господин.
humans. And if you won't rid us of them, then help us get away from here. Give us riches, so we can start a new life in the city.
I'll give you anything you ask.
I knew it. Thank you, my lord.
In return, you'll have to... Shit. I feel very weird.
Намазали его.
Oh, that ointment. You smeared the ointment on me.
Fear not, my lord. Nothing will happen to you. It's all part of the ceremony.
Oh, shit. What the fuck? What did you do to me?
Are you quite well after your long journey?
Huh? Long journey? What?
From the gates of hell to here. When will you take care of the humans? And why don't you have horns and hooves and a goat's tail, like the priest said?
Я летел на ветви дерева. Почему ты кобыла и почему разговариваешь? Вот это прикольно.
I got rid of my horns and hooves along the way. And keep my tail in my breeches. I only get it out for special occasions.
I hope there'll be one soon enough.
I flew in on a tree branch. It took no time at all.
Flying on a branch? Will you teach us how to do that too? We are your maid servants now. We'll do anything you wish.
Actually, I wanted something else.
What's that, oh lord?
Will you serve me and do all I tell you to?
Oh yes, our Lord of Hellfire. We'll do whatever you want. Just rid us of those wretched humans. Which one will you take first?
Me! Take me!
No, me.
Давай кобылу.
I want you, Mare. Vera.
I knew it. Come on. Come closer to me.
Вот. Развлекайся с женщинами. Не совсем плохо. Ну, я тебя выбрал. Как мне с тобой развлекаться? Поехали? Так, мне нужно что-то взломать. Скрыто.
That was tough. Oh, but I'm all dizzy again.
What is wrong with you? Is something going to come of it or not?
I need to sleep.
Bugger sleep! What was that? What is it? Someone coming!
What have we got here? Entertainment? Great. To hell with you. You're dead!
Давай, давай, нападай. Так, кто это такие? Разбойник и еще один. Ну как-то так. Что дальше? Так, обо всем рассказать священнику. Угу, если не застрянет. Это грёбаные кусты. Хрена ты отскочила. Да. Когда ты хорошо прыгаешь, а когда, блин, совсем херово. Священник, я вернулся. Он спит.
I found out more about the Ujit's witchcraft.
Pray, do tell.
The women have got hold of some magic lotion from the herb woman, and they're using it to summon the devil.
For the love of heaven.
I followed them to where they held their Sabbath. They summoned the devil, danced around a fire.
Oh my god, what else?
The women were completely out of their minds from that ointment. Then some woodcutters stormed in. They wanted to put a stop to the witch's Sabbath.
Good god. And what happened?
I had to kill the woodcutters to save those women from them.
For Christ's sake! How could you? Such needless slaughter! Those men meant well. Was there no other way to stop the bloodshed?
The woodcutters were beside themselves with rage, baying for the women's blood. There was no reasoning with them.
There must have been another way.
I did everything I could.
The good Lord observes your deeds. Pray for the souls of those unfortunate Christians. Pray, because you have blood on your hands. At least you see where dancing with the devil can take you. Pray for their loved ones and for your soul and mine, because we share the blame. And now please, go. Leave me alone to pray. I'm honored that a knight such as you takes an interest in me.
Все.
Get the hell out of here. There's nothing here for you. Hey.
Ухожу, все.
What part didn't you understand?
Так, дальше. Так, неупокоенный дух. Избавься от викаря. Как я от него избавлюсь? Давай посмотрим, что еще тут есть. Там, наверное, мои друзья.
God in heaven, no! Leave me alone, please!
Консервант. Неизвестное снадобье. Фрицик.
How's it going? Good money, eh?
What? What money?
Oh, look, go and talk to Matthew first.
Well, alright.
Ну, как обычно, у них какие-то проблемы. Так, значит, он еще закрыт.
I'll bring it back there. Coming.
Здесь его нет. Здесь тоже. Где матушка у нас? В таверне?
I could do with something to eat.
Спрятался, блин. Вот ты где. Твоего друга проще найти, чем тебя.
My share of
Got
what?
it for you right here.
What the hell are you on about?
Well, that thing with Thomas, somehow his ring ended up with us.
Please bring me something to eat.
Thomas? Who's he?
That bastard of a foreman at the mill in Adechkov, where you got us a job.
Are you out of your tiny mind? If anyone finds out you robbed him, we'll all be fucked.
Take it easy. It wasn't theft exactly. We all know he stole that ring himself. So if it comes out, he'll be in the shit too. He'll keep his mouth shut.
Coming.
Where'd you find someone willing to buy and not ask too many questions?
It wasn't easy, but then Fritz thought of Andrew.
And how did it go with him?
Well, first he didn't seem too keen. But when he saw the ring, he bought it off us. Actually, I'm not surprised. After all, we'll spend all the money on booze here anyway.
Here you are, and good health.
What now? What will you do next?
Now that you mention it,
Out with it then. What have you thought up now?
I can't help myself. It's force of habit. We tried to be good at Sasau.
So good that you punched a novice in the mouth.
Exactly. We broke our backs working in the mill.
While you eyed up the miller's daughter.
And they drove us out. The only worthwhile thing we did recently was give that wastrel a thrashing, take his ring, and sell it to Andrew.
I'm not sure I like where you're going with this.
And where's that? No one in the country gives a damn about the law. And if we knock some thief over the head in the woods, or ambush some wagon with supplies for Sigismund's soldiers, I won't lose any sleep over it.
Those swine deserve even worse. But that's what Sahanish is here for, isn't he? What can we do?
Wake up, for Christ's sake! It's war! They skewered your parents, didn't they? They fucking burned down our fucking village, didn't they? Don't you give a damn about that?
There's no end to this cleaning.
Of course I fucking do.
And now, there's a herd of swine ransacking Skalitz. Those fuckers are trampling over the ashes of Jeremiah, and Desmond, and Siegfried, and Tristan.
Кончим их.
It's not right.
I can't let it go, Hal. Even if I have to do it on my own, I'll put the fear of God into those bastards.
We'll strike fear into the fuckers.
I knew we could rely on you, Hal. I knew it.
So, what's the plan?
Well, I thought Andrew the innkeeper here could help us, but he's nervous. Best ask Fritz. He sorted out selling the ring, and he knows Andrew better.
Alright, I'll do that. I was wondering, did we all get equal shares?
No, you got less, but still plenty.
Well, alright then. I want more money for that ring.
And why's that?
Because we're really good mates.
Nice try.
Так, я могу пройти обучение.
I'd like you to teach me how to be better at stealth.
Certainly.
I'd like to hone my skills.
First you have to have some skills to hone.
Понятно.
Well, I'll think it over.
Хорошие друзья. Так. Well. Узнаем Фрицика, как там дела. Где Фрицик? Вот он стоит, все, возле конюшни. Конечно ли прикупили себе?
I'm honored that a knight such as you takes an interest in me.
Why do we need Andrew at all? Without him, there'll be more left for us.
In case you haven't noticed, everybody and his brother goes through this inn. Andrew knows everything that goes on in the county. And we'll have to fence a loot somewhere, and that's no easy matter.
I hear you've got a plan to fleece the local villains.
Be nice, wouldn't it? Otherwise we soon won't have a pot to piss in.
And the innkeeper here could lend a helping hand.
Exactly.
So what's the problem?
He reckons we're not up to it. You should try and talk him into it. You were always good at that. Oh, and tell him I sent you, so he doesn't send you packing.
Do you know how I might set about convincing Andrew?
Mention money.
That's all.
Aye. Our friend the innkeeper's as greedy as they come.
Ну, хорошо.
You serious?
Какая морда.
God be with you.
How's trade? Any trouble around these parts?
Nothing we can't handle.
Ему припасы.
Fritz sent me. I'd like to talk about...
Ah, you'd like some wine from my cellar? I have it right here, in the back.
Это хорошо.
That's right. Show me the way.
Пришли за одним, делаем другое.
Aye, I'll be back in 2 shakes.
Are you serious?
Fritz sent me.
Look, lad, I'm fond of Fritz. I knew his old man, but Matthew, he's insane. Robbing people.
Only those that deserve it.
And you think his lordship won't mind? Have you any idea the kind of shit you can get into? I don't believe you're up to it.
Why don't you believe us? Do I look like a man who let himself get caught?
You've got balls, all right. We'll see if you're up to it. You'll need a disguise.
What disguise?
Use your head. You can never be sure no one will see you.
Yeah, that's true. We'll have to put on some other clothes, or...
Dress up as humans.
What?
It's obvious, isn't it? Everyone knows they're looting. If someone's robbed by humans, no one will investigate.
That's true. But I'll have to get some human clothes.
A captain's. And 3 sets of them.
What?
On account of the helmets. No one will recognize you with them on.
And where the hell am I supposed to get it?
There's gangs of humans around Skeletons. I've got a good idea where to find them from. Passers-by.
I'm supposed to attack a human camp.
A minute ago, you were full of yourself. And now, all of a sudden, you've lost your nerve.
But the whole fucking camp.
Scouts are deserters. Most likely the ones who are trying to skive off or take easy pickings. And even humans have to sleep.
Раздобыть 3 комплекта. Нормально. Зачем я здесь? Догнал. От посторонних ушей, короче, он меня отправил в подвал.
I'd like to learn to fight better with an axe.
Certainly.
Давай.
I'd like to practice the basics.
All right, but it'll cost you. Now, pay close attention.
Угу. Так. Раздобудь 3 комплекта доспехов половцев. Угу.
Have you got a bed for the night?
All right. For how long?
Just the one night?
No problem. But you pay in advance.
Here you are.
You'll like it here. Like sleeping on a cloud it is.
Так. У меня нету. Значит, нужен спасительный шнапс взять. Вот. Одного вполне достаточно. Вот так-то лучше. Так, мне нужен 2-й этаж. Плохие такие хоромы. Ага, это мой чемодан. Пойдет. Так я могу что-нибудь изучить? Запись допроса. Показания еретика он мне дал книгу. Мгм. Я не могу ее изучить. Для задания. Понятно. Мгм. Так, все. Хватит.